All right, welcome to the FeedBak Podcast, everybody. My name is Back. This is episode 297. Thank you for tuning in. A couple of announcements. As always, make sure you go to youtube.com/thefeedback. I'm missing one episode, I think. So go up there, go see the faces of the people I've talked to. There's plenty of archive to go through. Let's see, who did I have recently? Ashley Overton came by. Raza Joffrey from East Austin Comedy Club came by. We talked about things that are only happen in America. Mm-hmm. That was actually pretty interesting. Songs I Need to Retire with Gabe Davis. That was a good one too. So yeah, go back to the archive. Check out the YouTube channel. Second announcement, Record Play returns Sunday, November 5th at Pershing. We're back for brunch. 12 o'clock, and it's going to be the producers edition. It's hip hop 50th birthday, so there's been a lot of tributes to old heads and artists, and I'm like, yeah, this is all good, but you have to give it up to the producers. So it's going to be Kanye heavy, it's going to be Dre heavy, it's going to be Swiss Beats, Timbaland, Just Blaze, RZA. Organized noise, like you name it, we're gonna have them all in there. So come on through. I know it's Afro Tech weekend, but we're gonna be there on Sunday at Pershing. You can go right now to recordplay.live/producers and get your tickets. We still have some VIP left and some couches left. So Producers Edition, November 5th, Sunday at Pershing. Get your tickets now. recordplay.live/producers. All right. Let's do this. I'm really excited about this one, but I'm tired as hell. I got Mosey in my house. Aaron Cheatham is here. How you doing, man? We look like two dead niggas.
Nigga, this is finna be the sleepiest feedback of all time.
No shit.
Welcome to the Sleepback Mountain, baby.
Like, I'm trying to wake up. Basically, we haven't recovered from Skankfest. That's what it comes down to. We're what? A week later?
No.
A little over a week later?
See, I left Friday last week.
Yeah.
I left this bitch with no energy. I came back to this bitch with no energy.
Yeah.
Because you pull the all-nighter because catching the 5 o'clock flight. So I came into Vegas already on one.
Oh, that's right. You tell me about your hotel situation.
Yeah, that was, yeah. So So that I was tired of shit.
No, I mean, the thing is, I worked every morning of Skankfest. So with the time difference, I had to be up at 8 o'clock for my 10 o'clock meeting here.
Right.
And so I worked through the morning, and then I'm off to Skankfest. But let's see.
I don't know how time works in Vegas. I'm just gonna. We can come back to this. We can come back to this, but I don't know how time works in Vegas. I know they pumping oxygen and shit. I don't know how time works.
It's that desert air. I don't know what that is.
I don't know how niggas was going to sleep at 6 a.m. and waking up at 9 for a whole nother day and shit. Like,
that was something. That's what that was.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure. But I mean, just literally, it would be, 1:30 in the morning. Go, okay, it's not even 2 o'clock yet. We doing all right.
Uh-huh.
And then we sitting in the deli and I look at the time. Nigga, it is 5:45. When did this happen? How did that happen? It was literally 1:30 fucking 15 minutes ago. It is now. We ain't do nothing but walk over here. How the fuck does this happen?
We basically just glided and moseyed all the way back. All right, so let's go to the highlights. I got 3. You got 3. Skankfest, just as a festival. So this is my 3rd year doing it, full disclosure.
Number 2.
I did Houston, Vegas last year, and then again this year. I didn't really have a plan, really, this year. Last year I was like, hey, it's Vegas. I'm gonna do it up. I'm trying to see as much as possible. Mm-hmm. But when I looked at the lineup, I'm like, I've seen about maybe 65% of the lineup already, especially the big names. So I was like, okay, I've seen Mark Norman, I've seen Joe DeRosa. I've seen Bunny McFarlane, like all those guys. I've seen plenty of times. So overall, I spend most of my time in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, anytime I was in the tank, you was in there.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, this because it's kind of like it's like a South by Southwest kind of thing where people line up 3 hours ahead to see that one show at 4:00 or whatever, or a podcast. And I'm like, yeah, well, seeing the podcast live. Now, there was a couple of podcasts that I caught, YKWD and a little bit of Guys We Fucked, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, I want to see as much stand up as possible without waiting too long.
The tank was the place for that.
Yeah, maybe like that was my plan. And I would go, and if I wanted to go to another show, like a bigger show, I wouldn't wait in line. I would wait till it starts, and maybe 10, 15 minutes in, I would walk in. I would post up in a hallway,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go up and find a chair. And it's like there's no point in waiting. I mean, I don't see it that way. There's no point in waiting 3 hours for a show.
Yeah, there was a lot of people complaining about that, but it's like you just chose wrong. You could have done something else with that time. You didn't have to.
No, exactly.
You didn't have to do that.
And most of those comics that were on those big shows would end up at the tank anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them did. And I'm like, you just want, unless you had like, a badge for just one day, like a Friday or Saturday, and you're like, look, I came to see this guy.
Right.
And you plan on that, then you're like, okay, I'm going to see 2 big shows. But I didn't see the tank like empty. Well, maybe the Friday, like real late night, there was maybe 10 people left. But for the most part, there was decent audience in there.
Yeah, I think the last set I did in the tank was the smallest I had seen it. That was like nighttime on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And then about 30 minutes later, somebody came from the tank and was like, yo, it is popping in the tank right now. Like, and I was like, how the fuck is it? They're like, yeah, there's like 40, 50 people in the tank right now. I was like, there was like 13 when I was in there an hour ago. And then, it was like, it took a little breather, but it was like, that's how the tank worked. And I thought that was dope. Like, it would be like a good ass crowd. And then people are moving. It's constantly people moving in and out. And you might catch them in a moment where people are transitioning in and out, but for the most part, you had a decent audience to work with in the tank every set.
More than I get in Austin, but
that's not saying much.
No, I'm kidding. No, but what I appreciated though is that one, like people waited till in between comics to get in and out.
Mm-hmm.
That I thought was dope.
Yeah,
I really.
They had like lane courtesy.
Yeah,
like when in bowling they have lane courtesy. Like you don't get on when the person on the lane next to you is rolling. Lane courtesy. That's a rule in bowling.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, that's so because you've clearly never been a bowler.
I've bowled, but I didn't know that was. I did that regardless. I'm like, I don't want to fuck him up, and I don't want him to fuck him up.
Right,
to fuck me up.
And
so I'll wait.
The comparison to that is lane courtesy on bowling alley, where if somebody's on the lane next to you and they're there before you get there, you stay off the wood until they bowl. So that way you're not like in the peripheral, nothing like that. You're not fucking them up, and they're not thinking I might hit this dude.
Yeah.
And they have to worry about somebody walking on the side of them and fucking up their. So that's lane courtesy. You see somebody up there, you wait, they bowl their ball. When they come back, you get up and you do yours. And that's exactly what you're describing was happening at. I don't know what the comedy name for that is. I don't know if it's stage courtesy or what. But yeah, definitely people waiting to, and that's what you would hope people would do. But a lot of people aren't educated comedy goers. So, but that thing about Skankfest is you got like a couple thousand legit,
if not
comedy lovers, people that like are hardcore in the comedy. That are in the comedy the way some people are in the Star Wars.
Nerds.
Yeah, they're legit comedy nerds. So they're gonna do those things. You know what I'm saying? Like they understand how the shit's going, and they're not gonna get up in the middle of somebody's set.
Oh, you saw the newbies that would walk across, like they come in from one end of the left hand door, the door on the left, and then go like in front of the stage, all the way to the right. And I'm like, motherfucker, you can just go up right there and maybe creep to the other side from up in the seats. You have to go like straight in
or wait till he's done and introducing the next person, then slide by real quick.
Yeah, those are the newbies.
Yeah,
but I really and
so what was your number one thing? Was how like you were giving your first one. What was it again?
No, my first one is that I spend more time in a tank than anywhere
else.
Okay,
cool.
Like for last year, I try to go around more, but this time I was, and also the tank is great. I don't know how much could you see from the stage?
Not very far. From the stage, you could see like the first like 2 rows or so, and only like really in like a certain range. Like you couldn't see the far edges as well.
Oh, okay.
So it was like basically where the spotlight was, you could see, and unless you walked out of the light, you couldn't see how further up into the audience or even all the way off to the sides. And then if to walk over there to get that view, like the spotlight was so big that like you had to literally walk way over here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? To like almost an unnatural place. Because I like to do that, like especially at the creek. I'll walk over to the side a little bit because it's not a very wide stage.
Right.
And you can just walk over to the side a couple steps and then you can see the audience. And then I'll step back in. So that way I know I can see who I'm talking to, right? And that way, basic station. Anyways.
And I'll say this about the tank. Great place to nap. Yo, because this is Vegas and I'm not running on a lot of sleep. I'm on something, namely weed and drinks. I didn't get drunk, I didn't get fucked up, but I would get tired.
There was definitely a steady stream coming in.
Yeah, and I was just like, I would get way up there, and I would like, just pass out, wake up. I think I missed. Well, I'm not gonna say who said I missed. It was on stage because I know him, but I did catch him later. But the point is, it's great because it's quick, it's in and out, and then if you want to rest, especially my back would hurt. So if I need to sit somewhere, I go straight to the tank and then just like stretch it on the seat. That was my spot.
I didn't get to take any tank naps. That actually sounds like a pretty good idea. I would just go back to the room. I would just go back to the room and like lay down for an hour and then come back.
No, I would want to wake up to a laugh. I don't want to wake up.
That's fucked. How you? It's like you wake up to an applause, but you just yeah, oh yeah.
No, because here's the thing. You don't know. Well, I don't remember, but when you're dreaming and there's somebody talking, maybe it like you still take it in somehow.
Yeah.
And you wake up at a moment, you don't know why, but you're thinking, oh, maybe it's because I heard what the comic just said. That happened a couple of times actually.
Okay.
Especially those comics that like they're not that energetic. They have a very like
monotone.
They're monotone when they speak, and I'm like, okay, all right, I'm about to doze off, and I hear, and then they just go off, and I'm like, oh shit, all right, what was that? And then I try to pay attention some more until they go back to that monotone voice, and then I just go back to nap.
Okay.
It was not you, Aaron.
Oh, I know it wasn't me.
Yeah.
My first one for on the Skankfest side is I was quickly impressed with just how smooth everything felt.
Yes, I'll give you that.
Like I did Skankfest Houston. I've done multiple other festivals around the country, and this one felt different. This one, it didn't seem like at every festival somebody's in panic mode. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody is running. There's a heightened sense of angst in the air.
I can tell you who was like that last year.
Oh well, we'll save that for later.
Okay.
But there wasn't that this time, and part of it was because it's the second year in the same place, so everybody was more comfortable. They knew everything was. And another part of it is they just put together good staff, and they had everything. They had tightened up all of their processes, and I mean it was smooth, man. Like, shout out to fucking everybody. Like they made it accommodating, like shout out to Rebecca, Christine, Stacy, Zach in the tank. Zach in the tank needs mad love. Aiden, Clay, Max,
Justin.
Yeah, that's a whole nother level. That's a whole different conversation right there. Justin and all the photographers they had out there. But it just felt like, for me as a performer, like I didn't have to worry about nothing. You know?
Was the I mean, I went to the green room once on the last day. No, on Saturday.
Okay.
But you were texting me like, "Yo, they got meatballs and they got this." I'm like, I'm not. Last year I could mosey my way in there, but this year I didn't want. When I walked up, and Clay was like, "I'm sorry, back." I'm like, "Look, I'm not pushing it.
Yeah,
it's cool. I'm gonna go." I actually went outside to eat for the most part.
Yeah,
and so I know they had food there. They were delivering. They didn't have that last year.
Okay, I wasn't there last year, so I don't know.
No, they didn't have that.
Okay, well, let me tell you. Not only did they have food, but they had good food. The food was good. And my second thing, we'll dip into a little bit more of this, but yeah, like the meatballs was alright. The meatballs was alright, but like they had chicken and pulled pork for sliders or sandwiches, whatever, and all I mean, pretty much everything that they had out for us. Shit, I went up there late once, and there was some food sitting around, and it was cold, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'll eat this chicken." And the chicken was good. I was like, God damn, this motherfucker good cold too? Y'all got some good shit. This ain't no fake chicken. This real food right here. Yeah, man, like they took great care of us, and it just, I mean, I can't say it enough how well the staff did and just how smooth everything was. And it just makes it easier for you to go in and out and do your thing when there's not that air of stress. You know, and yeah, sure, there was things going on, and there was definitely levels of stress.
I'm sure some shit went wrong.
Oh, for sure, but it wasn't. I mean, you go to there's been other festivals in the past where something goes wrong and everybody knows immediately, and you can feel it in the air.
Yeah,
there was none of that. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that was going on, they were a duck on water. You know, fucking calm and shit on top. Feet might have been pedaling like a motherfucker underneath, but they weren't showing it, and that was amazing to you can just walk up and talk to somebody and not feel like, oh shit, like I don't mean to interrupt. You know what I'm saying? Like people were very accommodating, like, yo, I got you. What do you need? Let's go. Boom. I'll walk you over there. I'll show you where it's at. You know?
Oh yeah, the staff was very, very helpful.
Yeah. I wish I knew more names. But
all the volunteers
knocked it out the park. Everybody knocked it out the park, dude.
So compared to last year, I'm trying to think of what was added. They had 2 more rooms. The stand wasn't there last year. And Zia was there, Tank was there, Sheath was there, Weed Maps was there. I'm thinking there's another.
Yo Kratom?
No, Yo Kratom was there. Yo Kratom was always the main stage. No, there's another one that was added. Shit, I don't want dead air. But anyway, yeah, so that was added. They made, when I got there, when I picked up my badge, I was like, what's up with the tents like outside? And Clay was like, well, last year it was hot as hell. People were waiting in line in the heat. So they had all these tents and these chairs. So I'm like, oh, wow. That's very, very, very considerate. Yeah. And I'm trying to think what else they added. I think, I mean, that's all I saw. Okay. And I didn't get a sense of, like, I didn't spend time in Yo Kratom, really. I know that there was this Skankfest Facebook group. Did you see it? Oh, yeah. And people were like, yo, the sound of Yo Kratom was horrible. Like, if you're on one side of the room, you couldn't really hear well. Yeah, which is true. It was very echoey. Okay. It was very echoey. And people were bitching about that. People were bitching about the lines. I'm like, yo, man, if you want to see comedy, fucking just walk around. It's not really. I would say that this year I didn't see that many comics just hanging out as last year.
There was pockets,
like hanging out. Well, for the most part, it was by the merch area, right? Yeah. But in the hallways, not as much. It was mostly they would do a show and go straight back to the green room.
Yeah, or even to other shows.
Yeah.
Because you could definitely find other comics watching other shows. Like posted up in the back in the hallway and stuff like that.
I saw a lot of that.
A lot of that. A lot of, you know, like Tim Dillon sitting in the back in the hallway watching a set, you know, shit like that. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is...
your number 2.
My number 2 is that Skankfest was, and for a good reason, Austin heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, even in the tank, like chilling in the tank, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to see comics that from all over the country. Here comes Ty Rivera and Adam Lucky, and I'm like, I can see these motherfuckers any day. But and I get it, you know, Creek and the Cave is here, you know, a lot of comics are here, but I'm glad I got to see, you know, Austin comics on a big. I mean, you did Sheath that last day, and that was huge. But when you see a Lucas McQuarrie or an Adam Lucky get on those stages, I'm like, yeah, that's actually pretty dope. So
I can tell you that last day when we all went on the stage, the day you called me a useless pillar.
I hope that sticks, man. I'm making this stick.
It won't stick.
Oh, whatever. You laughed. I got your feelings hurt.
No, feelings never hurt.
I got the text.
Yeah, that wasn't my feelings hurt. If that's how you read that, that's on you.
You said you try to hurt my feelings. Is exactly what you text me.
It's sarcasm.
It's text. It doesn't translate.
Because you're French.
I had to apologize like right after, like, hey man, I'm just fucking around.
I was like, what's he doing? Why is he being gay right now?
I don't know. You can't translate. I don't know. All right, fair enough. No, useless pillar.
Anyways. Fucking cunt. I didn't want to call you a French African, so I went with a synonym. that day that we're on the stage, and I look back over my left shoulder and I see Lucky and Mike Eaton, and like a bunch of the Austin guys back there, Chris Reese back there, and I made my way back there, and then Schenker and Ty Rivera walked up, then Rebecca, and it was just like a whole cast in the back corner of like Creek people, and we standing on that stage looking up at 3 levels of people singing along, and hundreds of people in front of us, and the nigga from Insane Clown Posse,
Violent J shows up.
That nigga's there with his grilling and shit, and dude, like that might have been my number 3, but I mean, we're already here. But yeah, like being able to share that with a group of people that you fuck with.
Yeah.
Like if it was just me on the stage and I didn't know anybody, that'd have been cool. But like literally being able to, like, we're all hugging each other and we're arm in arm and all that, like taking in the moment together, like smoking a J that was in my pocket for 2 days. that burnt real fucking weird. So,
I saw I'm trying to think who I ran to, like David Centofanti.
Yeah,
was there. Dean, I saw Dean there.
He was there for a hot second.
Did he do a set? I think I saw a picture of him on
I think
stage.
he did one set.
Okay.
But yeah, it was cool to have all those Austin people, like you said, and be able. Yes, you thought you were gonna see more people, but like it was really cool to share that experience with a bunch of people that I fuck with and I care about.
Yeah,
it made it even doper.
I didn't talk to a lot of skanks, like people waiting, because I didn't really wait in line, so I didn't really like talk to people.
Yeah.
And so,
because you're French Canadian or French African,
no, because I
do not speak to you.
No, you fucking peon. That's not.
Ew, the pores.
Oh, don't touch me with your. Ugh.
Get your porridge hands away from here. Wheat and barley eating people.
Did you take a shower today? Even as a French, I'm appalled.
Trim your hair. Keep it together.
How dare you be in my presence? What was I saying?
You didn't hang out with peons. Your emperor, your highness, doesn't hang out with peons.
No, but damn it! This is how tired I am. I hate when this happens. I forgot what I was saying before that.
That you didn't hang out with the skanks because you were talking to Austin people. Because you were too good to stand in lines.
No.
You did take advantage of the guy in the bathroom, though, that was there to shake your dick when you peed. you used him every time. You told me. He's got a paper towel in one hand and he's jiggles your piece with the other hand.
I was surprised at a bathroom attendant to begin with. I'm like, how much money do you think you're going to make here? Seriously, this is Skankfest. A drink was like $12.
Yeah, man, you better get your couple pack of Newports.
I'm like, you
That's all you get,
better
man.
get a square or something. Is don't ask for cash.
Right.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I always feel bad, especially when it's a black person.
Mm-hmm.
Because he looks at you like, yo, my man.
Oh, but when there's a white person, I don't even make eye contact.
No, I don't either. I just walk out. I don't even wash my hands. I just fucking bye. Bitch.
I just dry my hand on his sleeve and walk the fuck out. No, that's pee, my man. That's pee. That is absolutely pee.
I just grab towels and I stare him dead in the eye like, that's right, bitch. I ain't paying you. No, but he'd be right there like, whoosh, just like pull it out as soon as you're done washing your hands. But yeah, I was surprised about that. I don't know how much money they made, but.
By the end of the night, though, it just seemed like they were over it. Like,
oh yeah, they would leave with their how you
tip jar?
No, like all their gear.
Oh, the candies and all that, like their tote bag or whatever.
Yes, but they would have one of those carry-on things.
Yes,
and a box under the arm.
I'll just take my box and go home.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. No, we're talking about how it was Austin heavy, and we're glad to see all those guys up there.
Wait, what was your number 2 again? That there was it being Austin heavy was your number 2.
Yeah, it was Austin heavy.
Okay,
Austin
that was your
heavy.
number 2.
Yeah. But I didn't see anybody. Fucking Ty killed it in the tank.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, it was I'd never seen a set like that from him. And it was great. Brian Holzman also. I can't say it's Austin. Well, kind of. But he also fucking killed. So everybody I saw, Reese did pretty well too.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked it. So Adam did a thing.
I was. There's a backstory to this. Go ahead and tell the story. I'll tell the backstory.
What's the backstory?
For the story that you're about to tell.
About Adam?
Yeah.
Adam and Yamanika?
Yeah. Because we were all back there when that happened. We were there when she was on stage.
Right.
And we were with Adam.
Uh-huh.
And then when he went out there and did, he said, "What do you think if I do this?" And we were
he asked you?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and it was like, he has me, and it was like Reese was there. Somebody else was sitting there, another Austin person. Lucas McCrary came in.
Uh-huh.
We were like 6 deep in Austin people back there laughing our asses off. Surprised y'all couldn't hear us laughing our asses off, but we were laughing about him doing that backstage. And then he went out and did it, and we were like, and Yamanika stopped when she walked. So tell them the story, and then I'll tell the backstage.
So Yamanika was in the tank,
Mm-hmm.
and she did great. And at the end, like she really she talked him up. She was bringing Adam on.
Mm-hmm.
And then Adam comes out and goes, "Yeah, I'm a sassy black bitch or something.
I'm a sassy black lady,
I'm
too.
a sassy black lady too." And then goes on this thing.
And then he says, "That's right. Mm-hmm. Not my cornbread."
Yes.
Yes. He goes, yeah,
I laugh. I laugh.
Dog, it got a pop. And so.
My cornbread.
So, when he did that, Yamanika's walking through the curtain in front of us. And he goes, "I'm a sassy black lady too." And she goes, "Ha!" And he goes, "Not my cornbread." And she was like, "What the?" So then they talked later on, and she was like, "Were you imitating me?" And he's like, "No, I was just a sassy black lady too." She's like, "Okay, because I didn't think I said anything about cornbread." He goes, "No, that's my thing." So she's like, "Okay."
That was right after?
Yeah, they talked afterwards when he got off.
Oh, okay.
Like they were outside of the tank, they talked. But yeah, before, like she was on stage, and I guess they had given her light, and she was like, "I'm doing my thing," which she should, right?
Yeah.
And so we're all back there, and Adam was like, "What if I go out there and say I'm a sassy black lady too?" And I was like, "I don't know how that's gonna hit, bro." And then he's like, "Come on, man." I'd just be like, "Not in my cornbread." And me and Chris Reese were like, that's funny, but I don't know how that's gonna hit. And then he just kept doing it.
Yeah.
So we're like dying because now it's a whole thing. Like we're all not in our cornbread out backstage. Like we were all not in my cornbread. in our mind, we had already printed out shirts to say "Not in my cornbread."
My cornbread.
Yeah,
with Adam's face on it.
With a big smile, with Adam Lucky's smile,
with 2 thumbs up.
Meth mouth, cornbread, 2 thumbs. And then he goes on stage, and we're all like, "Hey, good set." The Yamanika, she comes in, and we just hear, "I'm a sassy black lady too," and everybody stopped like, he is not. And he goes, "Not in my cornbread." It was like.
When we sat outside and she told me about it.
Yes.
And she went off on this rant. And she's like, "I don't know that fool. Like, why would he do that?" Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you. That's Adam Lucky.
So they went and talked later on, and like she gave him her phone number, and she's like, "When I come to Austin, I'm gonna hit you up. I want you to come open for me." Mm-hmm. Like they had a good ass conversation.
I'm sure they were gonna get along. But
Yeah. At that moment, like before
when she ranted to me, I was like, are you asking me to respond? I don't know what to tell you. I'm like, she's like, "I'm asking you to say anything." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Yeah.
But, this is Adam Lucky.
Yes, this is Adam.
Let me introduce you to Adam Lucky.
Because I was like that's some shit he would do on the Filthy Show. Right? And it's like, yeah, that shit will fly there, but it's like, I don't know how that's going to play in this situation. Play to his advantage because he was being himself.
He said the N-word last year in the tank. And it's only me anyway.
And you're, by association, a nigga.
No, I'm a real one.
You're a French African.
I'm the OG. I was born there, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm an
right.
OG.
Yeah, no. We call y'all fucking traitors.
No.
Y'all fucking sold us across the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, so OG my ass. Y'all was the original goons. Y'all motherfuckers sold us off.
And look what you've accomplished thanks to us in this country.
No, all of our backs are tired from carrying this place for the past 400 years.
There you go.
We're tired.
No, you're not.
Reparations 2024. And none for this nigga.
I didn't work in the cotton fields, y'all.
You goddamn right. You get none of it. Don't come in my reparations line.
Be like, hey, please, not in my cornbread either.
Yeah, not in my cornbread.
Not in my jollof. Fuck y'all.
Please, sir, may I have some reparations? No, motherfucker. Take your ass back to French Segundia.
So what?
I just made that part up.
After Senegalese.
I just say random African sounding shit to you.
What? You can just combine like 20 countries in one.
I couldn't even repeat to you what I just said.
I can't.
Senegalese.
No, you said Senegalese last time.
I did say Senegalese.
No, that's not even that.
That's what I said. Because you tried to add a nigga in it. No, anyways, you said my number 2. My number 2 is my number 2 dopest shit from Skankfest is Sammy Anzer.
Say what?
Sammy Anzer. He's a Colorado comedian. He was there when I recorded my special. He's the guy that brought me on stage for my special. He was at Skankfest. And he and I got to reconnect in the tank, and we had a good long conversation. And we leave the tank, and we head upstairs to grab something to eat during lunch for in the green room. And they had salads and shit in there. And so, made myself a nice big old salad. It was right on time. And we sit down at the table. At the table when we sit down was Ty Rivera. Oh, I can't remember who the other person was right now. There was a Ty Rivera and somebody, and then myself, Sammy Anzer, and Eddie Pepitone. Mm-hmm. And Ty and the person that was there with him took off. And Sammy and I were sitting at the table, continuing our conversation. Sammy's about to record a special, so I'm hyping him up, whatnot, just, giving him positive vibes. And then Eddie joins our conversation. And, bro, just that table in general is number 2. Because I had lunch with Eddie Pepitone, and we fucking kicked it, talked shit, had a great conversation with this dude for like almost an hour, the 3 of us. Mark Norman came up there and sat on the other side of me. Mm-hmm. So at one point it was Mark Norman, me, Sammy, and Eddie Pepitone. And Mark was talking shit to Eddie across us, which was just a whole situation. It was funny. But yeah, man, it was like just really cool to sit there with and not have, just have a conversation, with Eddie.
Not a comedy.
No, not just talk. We were talking about life. We were talking about just talking shit with your boys conversation. And Eddie is fucking hilarious. And like just in the midst of talking shit or whatnot, cracking him up and watching this dude lose his shit. I was like, that's better than any pop I'm gonna get at Skankfest. I got Eddie Pepitone fucking head back to the sky laughing his ass off right now. Mm-hmm. Later on that night, I'm at that same table at dinner, and it's just me, Brian Holtzman, and his wife, or his chick. And the three of us had a fucking awesome conversation where Brian couldn't, when I told him I owned a house, he was like, what? We renting. You got a front yard and a backyard? It's like, yeah, man, and we're backed up to the green. You got a forest behind you, motherfucker?
Yeah, with that tone too.
He was like, wow, you got a house.
He rents a room in some Indian family.
Yeah, man.
In Oak Hill.
Like we would like, go off on another topic, and he would just go, so you got 4 walls and 2 floors, huh? A whole house. I'm like, yes, nigga, I got a house. But it was like cool, like, fucking talking with Brian and watching like him and his partner, like, them communicating and like they're going back and forth. And then, the conversation the three of us were having about her gambling and shit. And it was just like that table, those two, a lot of stuff happened up there, but those 2 moments in particular, like above all, like those are the ones I hope that I hold on to the longest. Mm-hmm. Like when all the memories of Skankfest start to fade, I hope the last 2 I have are sitting at that table upstairs with fucking Eddie Pepitone and Sammy Anzer and sitting with Brian Holtzman and his chick. And the conversations, we had a fucking blast up there. Like there was times where you like would be like, where are you at? Because you ain't seen me in a long time. And I'm sitting up there having these fucking epic conversations with these fucking comedy heavyweights, these legends. And it's like, dude, like, if you'd have told me, I mean, listen, I've worked with a lot of people in my time, Fuck, I was just with Wooly Barson at the beginning of this year. To a lot of people, he's just as much of a legend as they are. Uh-huh. That was dope. That was dope. That was one of those days where it was like, dude, this is fucking sick just sitting here talking shit.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
What I'm proud of you.
Name drop, by the way. Sorry.
No. I'm think about what we talked about 2 years ago.
We talked about a lot, but continue.
Skankfest Houston.
Mm-hmm.
When the main takeaway for you is that you don't know who the fuck is in the room.
Oh.
You were moseying around, and I'm like, yo, do you know who that is? Do you know who that is? Do you know who that is? You should, like, you're in it.
Yeah.
You're already here. Like, make the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about just moseying around room to room aimlessly.
It wasn't aimless. I'll have you know. I'm not a useless pillar.
Oh, it did hurt.
I am a helpful engine. I'll have you know. I am Thomas the fucking train.
All right.
Continue.
All right.
You were saying you were proud.
Yeah, you useless pillar. Yes. So 2 years ago in Houston, I was like, yo, you're here. Like, make the best of it. Talk to people. Talk to other comics. Somebody, maybe a booker. Somebody could have you feature for upcoming shows.
Somebody might run JFL, and you might not need to be mad dogging him right now.
Exactly. But it starts with that easy conversation.
Yeah.
It's not hey, I'm asking you anything. It's like, hey, we both here. We enjoy each other's company, talk about stuff, and connect that way.
Yeah.
And you've come a long way, little grasshopper.
Well, I'm kind of shy,
Yeah, you're mostly above everybody else.
So I'm looking down. You want me to? Yes. You want me to speak to the shorts?
You're talking down to people for the most part, and that's kind of annoying.
I guess if you're
sitting down, you're less, threatening.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'll stand up on your ass right now. I'll do the rest of this goddamn show standing up.
No. I'll bring a chair.
bring you a stool.
Yeah, I got a stool.
Yeah, that was my number 2.
But I'm glad you did, and whatever comes out of that, you'll see. But
and here's like
more and more.
That's like that thing where it's like, they were both genuine, right? Like I wasn't trying to get anything out of it. It was literally just sharing a moment with another artist, and and I didn't go, oh, Eddie Pepitone, I should talk to this dude. No, it was like, yo, fucks up, Eddie. Like, hey, I saw you earlier, blah, blah, blah. But then us chopping it up back and forth and having a good ass time. And same with Brian. Like, there was never, like, there wasn't no angle in it. It was just genuine thing. And I think that goes a lot further.
Of course. All the time.
Than some people who will remain nameless that put it all out there trying to get a little peek at thinking they're gonna, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say too much. I was about to say some shit. I think you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I absolutely do. And,
okay.
And the reason, and some people, and I've talked about this before. Some people ask me like, "How you?" I heard it.
No, there was. No, continue.
Oh. People always ask me like, how come like you're kicking it with so and so, like a Paul Verzi or Sean Patton or Godfrey, and I'm like, because we just talk. Is that I don't ask for shit.
Yeah,
we're just talking. So keep practicing that because that'll get you far.
Motherfucker,
networking 1-on-1.
Here's the thing. When I want to be, I'm very good at this shit. But I also,
you complained 2 years ago that you didn't do any of it. You didn't know how to. I gave you a 101.
I don't remember a word of that conversation. About it. I'm sure there is. I never listened to it. I will clip it and send it to you. I don't recall a word that you said 2 years ago. Outside of my name is Jonathan Cheatham. I don't remember anything else that you said 2 years ago.
It was a great weekend, Aaron.
But no, like I've always been comfortable in the right situations with that type of shit. But I don't like putting on the front and like being forced to do it. And I wasn't gonna if I don't know who the fuck you are, I'm not gonna sit here and fucking act like I do. But both of those conversations and a lot of the conversations I had in Skankfest, they just came naturally. And that's where I work my best. But I don't have to put on. Well, I don't have to tap shoe and dance and all that shit. Like I can just fucking shoot the shit and talk. Then
I think that's what I didn't do much of this year.
No tap dancing and shit. No soft shoe.
No, I didn't talk much.
No sandboat going on. You ain't beans and cornbread. You wasn't out there.
No, I wasn't tap dancing.
Gregory Hines and this motherfucker. Hey y'all, I'm back. How you doing?
Hey, Sammy Davis Jr. I'm Blacker.
This is my tap dance move, by the way. You can't see my feet, but tap.
That's a swimming style.
Nigga,
the fuck is this?
I'm tapping. No, I'm ferociously tapping my feet.
No, but I can't say I was by myself pretty much the whole weekend, except when we were kicking it.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't say that we did that much during the day. It was mostly like afterwards.
Yeah, because I was having epic conversations and you was in the tank.
Gonna rub it in. Is that what you're trying to do, motherfucker? You know what? And I don't feel bad about it at all because I get more. The more comedy I see, the more inspired I get.
Mm-hmm.
And by consuming a lot of it, it helps me. And I think this is the first Skank, even the one in Houston. Like I saw more stand up this year than
because you was sneaking into places you weren't supposed to be on with somebody that was moseying around. You was just hanging out in places, fucking that you were living outside of your badge, sir. And
what? I didn't go in the artist
in Houston.
Oh, in Houston.
In Houston, yeah, that's why you saw more comedy this time because in Houston you were like, oh shit! Hey, I'm just gonna post up in here with a box of pre-rolls.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, when we had this conversation in Houston, we were on the roof of a hotel looking at the Toyota Center.
Yeah.
Which was a completely different. And then when we had the conversation the second time 2 years ago, we were in We were in a lavishly furnished studio with people in the building.
Where
was I then? On Congress, wasn't I? Yeah. When we had the Skankfest conversation 2 years ago on Gray Area.
Oh, that's right.
We were on Congress still. But yeah, we were in a lavish studio.
Yeah, yes.
Talking about, boy, here I am growing. Here I am growing, hanging out, having exquisite conversations. And 2 years later, we went from the roof of a hotel to a beautiful, luxurious studio with 3 cameras and all that shit to your spare bedroom.
Office, bitch.
Nigga, I know a spare bedroom when I see a spare bedroom.
The doors are different. It's office.
Oh, okay. Those are office doors?
There's office doors.
All right. I bet
they slide. Office doors always slide.
I bet if you put a futon in this bitch, it'd be a bedroom.
My desk wasn't so goddamn big. All right. So my 3.
You're number 3.
Ah, shit. Oh. I got recognized. Somebody, the first night on that Thursday, somebody came up to me and went, "Hey, you do the FeedBak Podcast, right?"
Oh, my bad. Not even thinking.
What?
I just hit that.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I wasn't thinking at the moment. I'm sorry. Now we got to cut that.
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay. I just,
Good.
that might be why. I think I saw you.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, oh shit, what am I doing? I'm in the house.
I'm going to pass out after this, I'll tell you that. No, but someone came up to me on Thursday and was like, "Hey, are you back from the FeedBak Podcast?" I'm like, "Yes, why? What?" Because they were like, "Yo, I love the recap you did last year."
Oh, okay, cool.
And the year before. Last year I did it with Mike Eden.
Okay.
And then the year before that was with you. And then I had a couple people walk up to me and say, "Hey, I saw you on the Godfrey podcast, the 2 episodes, and that was really dope." And I'm like, "Oh wow, okay, I'll take it." Because I mean, like I said, for the most part, I can't say the only time when I really like sat down outside of the tank for the most part, it was when I'd be like by the bathroom and there's a lot of people walking by and they would come up and talk. But otherwise, I just kept it moving. Like I didn't really stop much.
So your number 3 is you got recognized.
Yeah, actually, I have a better number 3.
Please come better than I got recognized.
No, I mean I was glad I wanted to say it. The programming. They had. I walked into one show.
Pause. Can I pause you real quick?
What?
We're only doing 3 for Skankfest, and then we're doing 3 for Vegas, right?
Yeah.
So can you make this number 3 like something that happened, like a memory? Like the programming is dope and whatnot, but give me something that like that fucking was dope that fucking happened. Did somebody grab your dick? Did fucking? Like,
no, I mean my highlight I was gonna put in the Vegas episode, but it was the blackout thing I did with Yamanika.
Okay. So, but you didn't have like a dope moment like that at?
No, honestly, I didn't.
Huh. Okay, well, then continue with programming. Since you don't have a personal anecdote that you can add.
No, I mean, that's the thing. It was pretty... I don't know why that is, though. Like, I didn't... because one, like I was by myself. I didn't talk... I think the person I talked to the most, besides you, was Gene. I had a long conversation with Gene Gedman, Melissa's now husband. But other than that, I mean, I was pretty much solo. I didn't talk to any skanks, and I was fine. It's not a... How can I put this? Well, one, I'm definitely going to submit next year.
Okay.
I definitely want to be on the artist side. Because it's not even about the... Now that I see... Well, one, the place has grown, and I would love to do that tank.
Mm-hmm.
I saw more black people too. That was kind of compared to last year. Holy shit! And Houston,
yeah, there was definitely. Because when I was telling my dad about it, I guess the way I was describing, he's like, "Was there no black folks in there?" And I was like, "Actually, nigga, yeah, there was. There was actually quite a few up in there. Not like there wasn't a bevy, there wasn't a plethora,
Yeah.
But it was some niggas up in
there.
there.
It was a handful.
It was
maybe 2 handfuls.
Well, I mean, Roger McDaniel was there, so that's a handful in a sense. Black Santa came through, nigga. And, yeah.
I didn't catch his set. I did enjoy. So there's one show they did, and
what was your favorite show? Outside of the tank, what was the favorite show you saw?
Tough one. YKWd was hilarious.
Who?
You know what, dude? Podcast?
No.
The Robert Kelly podcast?
No.
I've been watching this podcast since like early 2010s.
Okay.
Well, mid 2010s, and so seeing it, I love seeing it live. That's the only one I'm like, I got to catch it. The goddamn comedy jam was impressive.
I think that might be my 3.
I mean, we were there up top, and I'm like, there's some white mosh pit fights.
Oh, you gotta send Max that video too.
Which one?
The one with where the dude stage dive, and
they talked about it on Legion of Skanks. Because I was talking to Mike, who got us in the Naked Roast.
Yeah.
And I posted it and I said it to him, and he was like, "Yeah, we talked about it on Legion of Skanks like today, about the guy's blind."
Yeah. That's what
I didn't know he was blind.
That's what Max told me too.
But how do you get on stage if he
was a producer or something like that?
How you got a blind?
I don't know, but because Max sent me a video from a different angle of it. And I was like, dude, you got to get with Back, because Back posted a story yesterday with that video. And I told him how me and you had talked about, and you had shown me, because you were showing it to me, because the way the lines came together.
Yeah.
I don't even think you noticed that the motherfucker jumped and missed in the video until I pointed it out. Until I was like, yo, look how the homie missed the whole fucking thing. Yo, he missed. And then so Max sent me a video of it from another angle. I was like, yo, you got to see Back's video, because Back got it from an angle where you could just see this motherfucker jump and miss, and then the pile come backwards over him. It was like, yo, this dude's getting Travis Scotted in this bitch.
I did not expect, and the fact that Lewis went down there and was like it instigated the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
allegedly.
Sure. He's not gonna listen to this. Who cares?
No. You never know. Down the road, somebody might be looking for some legal shit. Cause,
I mean,
and you're over here saying he's the one that did it. You just narked the nigga out in the past. I had to throw the allegedly in there because all
right, fair enough.
Let's not be time narkers.
No, but it's weird to see that kind of energy. You're like, these guys are just comedy fan. Like, they're probably nice and all that stuff, and all of a sudden they just fucking the music.
Wait, is that your number 3?
Yeah, if you want to talk about something that happened.
Yeah,
that might be.
Well, then
Skankfest related.
Then we'll do it. We could do a joint 3,
okay.
Because that was. The goddamn comedy jam and the kung fu shit, the karate shit.
What karate shit?
Or my number 3, and they both happened in the same place. So I was just gonna talk about the ring. So the ring downstairs, they had like musical chairs karate.
I didn't see that.
Oh, nigga.
The girls?
No, the girls pulling the socks off was lit, right? The girls pulling, like, that was good. There was one chick in there that was clearly like on another level, and she was just flexing bitches like, nope, bitch, fucking give me your ankle. Now I'm taking this. But they had musical chairs karate, and that shit.
What was that?
So they have like 6 chairs, musical chairs, right?
Yeah.
So 6 chairs, 8 guys. The 2 that don't sit down have to fight.
I saw the girls do that.
Okay. Oh, you saw girls do that?
They had the same thing for girls.
Okay, because I saw the guys twice.
Okay.
And then they kept going until there was one person left.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was just hilarious. That was.
Fight.
If that's what. But look, a lot of the fighting in that ring looked like Jim Brown in a blaxploitation film. Like, this was. There was some Rudy Ray Moore looking fighting going on. There was some real 1972 fucking Shaft looking fight scenes going on in that ring until somebody got caught with a real one. But yeah, that shit had me tickled. Oh, it had me tickled.
I didn't catch. I did.
The nunchuck fight.
There was a nunchuck fight. I was asleep in the tank, man.
Oh man, yes, I had such a good time watching that shit. Yes.
Like real nunchucks.
No, so they had nunchucks, but they were like foamed over.
Yeah.
So they were like foam nunchucks. So they weren't allowed to kick or punch in the face. It was like all body and legs.
Mm-hmm.
But with the nunchucks, you could hit a motherfucker in the head because it was like foamed.
Right.
So there was like this big dude fighting a much smaller guy.
Uh-huh.
And the little guy was just swinging them nunchucks with everything he had. And the big dude was just like, what are you doing? And then he just hurt fucking this dude up, allegedly.
I bet.
Oh, man. Yes, the stuff that happened in the ring was hilarious. That shit tickled me. And then the goddamn comedy jam.
Well, before you get to that, there was I did catch ass slap contest.
Yeah. Where they're in the ring and they're
yeah.
So I think they started off with the slapping ass and then they moved to taking the sock off.
Oh, okay.
So because it was supposed to be like the sock fights were listed as ass slap fights.
Mm-hmm.
And they would be like the next ass slap fight, but we're not the ass slap. We're going to take the sock off. So I think they moved away from ass slapping and made the girls put on socks and they had to get the sock off the other girl.
Ew.
And that was pretty good.
That's programming.
Yeah, it was good programming there. Good programming.
But yeah, goddamn comedy jam.
That shit. That's another one of those ones, man. Like before the getting on the stage thing even happened, just being on the third floor and looking down and seeing everything and like looking around and seeing people standing on the rails all the way around Notoriety and all the way around on the second floor and then all the bodies down there and Joe DeRosa.
Oh, yes. I didn't expect that song at all.
Joe DeRosa, who, by the way, Joe DeRosa watched my special, Family Man.
Told you?
On the roast of Tone Bell, his roast to me was that he watched my special and that I had more people operating the cameras than I had in the audience. But he watched the special. So Joe DeRosa, my friend, who watched my special.
Your friend, don't stretch it now.
Oh, that's my boy. Fuck you, he watched my special. Him saying I had the time of my life. Listen. Tony Hinchcliffe, say what you want about the dude. If you have anything negative or positive to say, but I'll tell you what, he performed the shit out of Toxicity. Like,
who?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
I don't know. I didn't know the song.
Uh-oh.
I didn't, I'll put it this way. I didn't expect him to do the goddamn comedy jam.
Right.
To me, like, I don't see Tony just like goofing off. He goofs off with jokes. But get it to where he gets on stage, he stage dives,
But he wasn't goofing off in that too. He was very like he prepared for that.
He was into it, but I didn't pay him to be, I don't know, but he fucking killed that song. I didn't know the song, but it seemed like a huge freaking.
He killed it, and him doing that song there made perfect sense to me, because Tony to me is calculated.
Yes. And
when Tony will burn you, like he goes for ether.
Yeah.
And that moment right there, dedicating that song to Ric Flair, and then having the whole crowd screaming, his daughter, like hilarious. Like that's not by accident. He doesn't accidentally pick that song and then dedicate it to Ric Flair. Like he did that on purpose, and the fact that he did that as a jab, like that's good. As a wrestling fan, I'm like, that's good shit right there.
Yeah, he killed it. I saw it set at Yo Kratom too. I didn't like meet him or anything this time around, but yeah.
I saw him at Yo Kratom and I saw him somewhere else. I saw him in 2 rooms because I think I was on.
Who didn't show up this year? Oh, Shane didn't.
Gillis?
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't see Cypher either.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I know a couple people that didn't, but I'm not sure who all didn't make it in. But it's unfortunate that they didn't because they missed out on a hell of an opportunity. Not an opportunity. Well, yeah, an opportunity to have a great fucking time. Like, that was, yeah, like I don't know if people didn't come because they weren't sure, they didn't really know what Skankfest was, or if they just had scheduling conflicts.
Probably scheduling. From what I heard, Shane Gillis was sick.
Okay, yeah.
And then Cypher is fucking flying to Abu Dhabi and doing all these shows. Bert Kreischer.
Yeah.
He's in with that crowd now. And Chappelle anyway.
And best of luck. get well soon, all that stuff. But if you're wondering, did I miss out on something good? Yeah, you did. Mm-hmm. You did. You missed out on a great time. You missed out on a blind guy stage diving and missing the crowd.
Oh shit!
You missed out on.
There was the moment somebody talked about, because I asked in the Facebook group, like, hey, what are your highlights?
Mm-hmm.
And people kept naming stuff. I'm like, I don't know where I was, because it was mostly the big shows or the big what's his name, columns like Circus or The Secret Show.
Ooh, you know what was a big highlight that I heard a lot about? I heard about multiple times while we were there was Kim Congdon going on stage when Cracker Jack was rapping, and he has that verse about her, Crackamiko.
Cracker Jack. Might as well.
When he's got the song and Bad Bitch or whatever, and then he has the last verses about. I know this because somebody had told me, when I watched him the first night, somebody was a big fan of his and was telling me about every one of the songs, the backstory of all the songs, and he was like, when he did this song yesterday, the last verse is about Kim, and she ran up on the stage and was dancing, and a lot of people, that was like the highlight of. I saw the video of that Friday night on Reddit, like. In the Skankfest subreddit group, they had shit. They were posting shit up like that night. So I was like, somebody told me the story, and then that night I saw it, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, like that's pretty dope. But that was a lot of people's. A lot of people really liked Crackamiko the first 2 nights. The third night, Sunday, he was in the room pissed off because there was nobody. Did you see him the last night?
I think I walked by, but
so did everybody else, and he was.
I saw him last year for like 10 minutes, and I left. I'm like, I can't do this.
Listen,
to each his own, but
I'm not hating on the brother at all. But I just know that on Sunday when he was in the room that people were just walking through,
the Yo Kratom stage.
I was Weed Maps.
Oh, it was a Weed Maps?
Yes.
Oh,
people walking in and out of the green room were walking through the back of the room, and I saw him, and I just posted up in the back and watched for like 10 minutes, and. This dude was performing his ass off. He was giving it everything just to get somebody to stop walking. Just to get somebody to stop walking. And like at one point he like kicked the chair and it slid across the stage and hit the piano. And I was like, yo, he is trying his ass off to get somebody's attention in here. And they are all high. Like people are just moving.
It works. It's like, the angry white boy syndrome.
Well, listen here. You can't do the same set.
It's the same?
You can't do the same set 3 nights in a row. Like
you talking about comics or Zach Amico?
Crack.
Oh, Crack. Oh, no, Zach. Sorry. Yeah, Crack.
Yeah, Crack Amico.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Zach.
No, yeah, my bad.
Crack.
Yeah.
Crack.
I thought they were the brothers the first time I saw the name.
No. Crack. I was just like, you can't. When I saw you, oh, this is the same shit you was doing last night. I was like, oh, well, yeah, people already jammed out and gave you all they had for this shit.
Right.
2 nights in a row. You can't ask people to stop walking. Like we heard this song, and we saw her dance to this song. It's not happening now. Like I'm trying to go to the next show.
Like I donated. I got shit to do.
Yeah. So shout out to that dude. Y'all go download his shit on Napster. I don't know where. I'm on
LimeWire trying to find Crack Amico. I'm on Usenet's server groups.
Dude, all in all, the festival was dope. It was top flight.
Can we talk about Naked Roast?
No.
You're not allowed to?
You don't remember 2 years ago?
No, you didn't.
I didn't.
Right.
Because you don't.
Oh, that's the thing.
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I didn't say really anything last time. I just told you it happened and I saw, but then I just left it at that. Yeah, you don't. But because I would love to talk about the entrance, the beginning of it, the Bray Wyatt tribute. I thought that was dope as shit.
I don't know what that is.
But that's as far as I'll go with that. That's as far as I'm going to go with that. Is that the Bray Wyatt intro or the Bray Wyatt tribute at the beginning of that fucking got me. That shit was dope.
Just put the 2 words together. You know exactly what's going on.
I'm not going to say the words. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about. But there was a show where there was a Bray Wyatt tribute, and I forgot to tell Zach how much I appreciated that. But yeah, that was sick. Is it Crack Amico?
Who? Zach Amico is the fat one.
No, okay. Well, what's Crack's name? Crack.
It's Crack Amico.
It is?
It is Crack Amico.
Okay, cool. I was like, wait, am I tripping right now?
No. That's what I thought.
Okay, you Zach and Crack. You thought it was okay. All right,
brother.
Because as I was just thinking about, it, like, was I fucking up? Okay, no, all right. But yes, yeah, we don't talk about Bruno.
Okay,
we don't talk about Bruno.
It was on the schedule. Anyway.
Yeah, we don't talk about Bruno.
Oh, there was another show I heard good things because that came in at the end. It was Ari, Dan.
Oh, the podcast one.
No, they're watching a movie.
Oh, okay, because the podcast they did is on the same level as that other show of We Don't Talk About Bruno. They had a podcast where they were talking a lot of shop.
I don't know that one.
In Sheath.
Oh no, I didn't catch that.
You didn't hear that story?
No.
I'll tell you the story later.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in the room, but it was one of those Sheath, like in Sheath when there's something big going on, like it's completely packed out, and the hallway was all the way packed out to the back.
Yeah.
Whereas and I walked in, I saw that, and I was like, and I saw who was on stage and what was happening. I was just like, I'm not finna stand, because most of the time at Sheath, I would just post up on the wall back there.
Yeah.
Like when all that area is completely packed all the way to the wall, I was like, nah, I ain't gonna be able to do this. So, but there was a show that happened in there, that I don't think that they were recording, and everybody that walked out of it, like that's all they could talk about for the rest of the night.
All right, you can tell me off air.
Yeah.
Any names stood out that people you didn't know?
I didn't know Sidney Grant.
Yep, good one.
We did the show together in Sheath. Like I met him. He was dope. Firestein from Philly. Firestein. What's his first name? Josh Firestein. He was fun. And those are names that I didn't know beforehand that I met there that were pretty cool. I think his name is Josh Firestein or Firestein.
I don't see it on the lineup. Maybe it was off like you were. For me, this guy
Sammy Anzer. Go follow fucking Sammy Anzer. I know the name, but like I watch my boy do work up there.
Okay.
And y'all should fuck with Sammy Anzer. If you don't fuck with him, go look him up. That's my dude.
I saw this guy named Fanto something. He's like Russian something. I thought it was pretty good. This black kid, Eagle Witt.
I think I met Eagle.
Yeah, he had the big ponytail.
Yeah.
I liked him. Mary Santora. I think she went on right before you, or maybe two before you at Cheat.
Karen Fian.
Yeah, I've seen Karen Fian.
I had not. She was fun.
She's good. She doesn't give a fuck.
We met in the tank in the back. She was fun.
I should have taken more notes because there were some people that I liked, like that. Some of them were trying, I gotta say, but this Skankfest, it's fine. Oh, Carrie Cadet, I liked her too.
I didn't meet her.
Noah Gordon Swartz. He was on the lineup.
Garden Swords?
Yeah, Gordon Swartz. That's his name.
Noah?
Yeah.
Guarding Swords.
Gordon Swartz. Yeah.
Nigga, that's a fake name. That motherfucker Mexican than a bitch.
I don't know, man.
That that's a new name. That's a name this nigga made up when he got here.
Like you play Scrabble, it's like, okay, most points, what?
That motherfucker just pulled a bunch of letters out and go, that's my name, Garden Swords. Shut up, fucking Emilio. We know that's not your name.
Taylor Arsenault, I like too.
Yamaka, like I didn't know her. I said Yamaka.
Yamanika?
Yamanika.
Yeah.
I didn't know Yamanika.
Yo, I think
I said Yamaka though.
Yeah, that's bad.
I had you on the brain. Yamanika.
Yeah, garden shorts.
And garden shorts.
Must
be chew on the brain. That got me.
Yeah, I saw her for the first time live when I was in New York, and seeing her in the tank and also doing the goddamn comedy jam.
Mm-hmm.
Like she don't give a fuck.
No, I think I saw her in Sheath too, and
yeah, I think she did a set there.
I think I saw her 3 times, but yeah, that was like okay, because remember 2 years ago, Miss Pat was there.
Yeah,
and I was like when I first saw Yamanika, I was like. I hope they're not trying to just make this like a Miss Pat spot. You know what I'm saying? Like but no, like she's a badass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, it's not like they're just, we got to get another one type of deal. It was like, no, she's a legit badass.
No, she's dope. When she talks, she got lighted.
Yes.
She's like, you just lit up the whole side of the room. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, she don't give a shit. She's on IG Live like 10 times a day.
Okay.
All the time. She just puts it in her kitchen and just starts ranting, which is great. Yeah, story about Yamanika in the next episode. Anything else stands out?
No, you want to talk about the Vegas stuff now? The Vegas side?
No, we'll make it a whole other.
Oh, that's gonna be a whole other thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
No, but one last thing. There are some people that I wish I'd seen. I didn't get to see. I didn't get to see Sean Patton this time.
I didn't get to see Doug Stanhope. I walked past him, but I didn't get to like.
Yes.
Like in Houston, me and Doug kicked it hard for a minute.
Yeah, so did I.
So, and I didn't get to do that. And I saw him, but there was a bunch of people around. And I was like, I'll holler at him later. But then I didn't see him again. So
I saw him in the mall, and we took a picture. But yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's one I wish I had seen. I didn't. Did you see Roseanne?
I did not see Roseanne.
Oh, okay.
Wait, there's somebody had a good. Oh, Rodri. Did Rodri tell you his Doug Stanhope story? So, him and Cody Myers are good friends, right?
Yeah.
And Doug Stanhope is Cody's favorite comedian.
Uh-huh.
So Rod runs into Stanhope and they talking, having a good time. And then he tells Doug that his best friend is like a huge fan of his. And his birthday was like, I think Cody's birthday was the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And Doug's like, that's fucking awesome. Let's call him. And he goes, can we? He's like, yeah. So Roger pulls out his phone and he calls Cody. He don't answer the fucking phone. And then he calls him again. He don't answer the phone. He leaves a message like, motherfucker, I'm here at your favorite fucking comic trying to let you have a conversation with this motherfucker. Opportunity is calling and you ain't answering the phone. So Cody never answered the phone. And so they took a video and they sent it to him.
Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, it was like, motherfucker, you had Doug Stanhope on the phone calling you.
And you were taking the shit.
And you were going, Roderick again, not right now, bro. I'm fucking
stupid.
in the middle of this manga. What's it called? The fucking Japanese comics, mangas?
Mangas.
That bitch too.
Trying to think who else I didn't get to see. Oh, the whole Dr. Drew thing. I
missed that. You know what was funny? So when I wasn't with you, I was hanging with Tone a lot. I was with Tone Rowe.
Yeah.
And I was Tone had finished in the sheath, and he had just murdered. And he walks out, and I leave with him, and we're talking, and then I split to go to the bathroom, and we get outside sheath. I was like, I'll be back in a minute. We break. I go right, he go left.
Mm-hmm.
I go to the bathroom. I go to the green room. I'm in the green room sitting down. No more than 2 minutes after I sit down in the green room, fucking Tone walks in with Dr. Drew, and I go, of course, this. I was like, I left and took a piss, came to the green room, and you just walk in with fucking Dr. Drew, like
not surprised.
Not surprised at all. Wasn't surprised at all, but it was just like, this place, like that's the great thing about Skankfest is like the random combinations of people that you, one, maybe didn't know fucked with each other, or two, that you just, these people that you get to see, and it's like, oh shit, like I didn't know that those dots connected like that. Like that's fucking.
Oh, here's one that surprised me. TJ Miller.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him in the tank, and he did 10 minutes from one crowd work answer.
Oh, you know who else did good with that?
Like top of this set, talk to somebody. I forgot what the guy responded, but TJ went 10 minutes just on that.
You just reminded me of something, a show that I fucking enjoyed the hell out of. The stand-up show that they do at Sunset Strip, where the audience yells shit out and they riff.
That one to spin the wheel?
No. Where audience, like, you come on stage and the audience starts yelling things out, and then you pick things.
Isn't it called the riff?
No.
Oh no, that's not serious.
Yeah, it's something stand up something. I forgot what it's called. Stand up on the spot.
Oh, Jeremiah's show.
Yes.
Jeremiah Watkins' show.
Yes.
Yeah,
so he had Feinstein on there.
Rachel?
Yes. And she fucking was awesome. And then God bless it, he was here last week. And he was at Skankfest. Big dude. God damn it.
Big dude. Sam Talent.
Yes. Sam Talent closed it out. And yeah, like it was like watching that show. Fucking I started off standing in the hall in Sheath. And I ended up watching like the last 3 comics. I had to go sit down. And I fucking went and sat on the stairs and watched the last 3 comics. And so when Sam was doing his thing, I watched Sam for about the majority of his set. Then I got up to go somewhere else. And because I knew he was wrapping up, and then old boy was going to come out, Jeremiah was going to come out, and they were going to do the thing. So I get up, and I'm against the rails. I just get up and I try to slide out. And he goes, "Oh, great, the only black guy left." And I was like, shit. He goes, "Is this something I said? What are you doing? Like, you can't leave me here with them." As I'm walking down the hall, it was like, oh shit. But that show was awesome.
Yeah, stand up on. I've seen videos of it. It's like a staple.
Yeah,
fucking Jeremiah Watkins, who's actually really, really funny.
Rachel told the story about dating a guy back in the day who was in a band called Dick Sister. So when I was walking to the green room later, she was walking out, and I go, "Hey, Dick Sister." And then she goes, she turns around and she goes, "Can you believe it?" I go, "This is fucking crazy." So like I got to chop it up with her for like, she was running somewhere, but literally we sat there and chopped it up for like 4 minutes. And she just cracking up about Dick's sister and that whole story she told. But that was fucking cool. It was like, man, yeah, I liked that. That show was really cool. To be honest, I'm gonna need to holler at him because I'd love to do that show here. But that was just one of those things that just added to what was a plethora of positive notes that I have from Skankfest this year. Definitely going to be back next year. Do my best to be back there next year, wherever it's going to be at. But if you're wondering, if you're listening to this and you're wondering, is it worth going to Skankfest? If you like comedy, if this is your shit, yeah, absolutely, it's worth it.
This is your Christmas. I mean, look, I say it all the time, and people were asking me, like, look, this is my 3rd one, and Moon Tower was always my go-to because it happens here, and I've been going to Moon Tower for 11, 12 years now, and I never missed a year. But when a Skankfest, there's no big font comics, small font comics. It's all like everybody, Roseanne, and then fucking Eddie Pepitone right after.
Right.
You know what I mean? And the amount, and also, people like you who just showed up, and then, Ron White was just there. Was just there. Doug was just there.
Yeah.
So you never, and the it's a well-oiled machine. It's all in the same spot. I mean, it's every comic fans.
I've been to a lot of festivals. I've been, not the most, but I've been in quite a few festivals. Less than 10, more than 5. This is the best.
Yeah, it is.
And I can say that, comparing it to itself from 2 years ago, this year blew 2 years ago out the water. And the one 2 years ago.
Just last year, yeah.
The one 2 years ago I said was my favorite festival I had ever done. And this one was better than that. So.
Did you ever go to the Hippo strip club thing any night?
No.
Okay.
Was that like on the property?
No, they had a shuttle.
Oh.
I almost went, the night that we went to the karaoke joint, I was walking back from that club, the bar or whatever, and I was like, I could either some guy was at the bottom of the stairs, the escalators, going, hey, if you want to take the shuttle, you go right there. And I remember I ran into Lucas, and I was like, yeah, he's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know, I don't want to go back to the hotel yet, but I'll go to this karaoke joint, because I figured going after that my strip club experience and being there with a bunch of skanks, I'm like, I ain't trying to be around a whole lot of people at this point. I'd rather go something chill and then take my ass to bed. So yeah, they had a whole shuttle thing.
Oh yeah, I didn't realize they had a whole shuttle situation going
on. Any insight on returning to Vegas or anything like that?
I know that Lewis had put it out there.
He put up a poll up, I think.
Yeah, about either, because they were talking about St. Pete, Tampa area, or going back to Vegas a third time is what Lewis had said in that post. To be honest with you, let's see what Florida's talking about. That's it. I'm gonna say that. Let's see what Florida's talking about. I mean, none against Vegas, whatnot, but
yeah, people had a lot to say about that shit.
Yeah. I'm up to seeing what Skankfest in Florida looks like.
Like, drugs are illegal in Florida.
No, you can. No, there's no. It's
weed is legal.
Yeah.
At least, okay, if weed is there, then that's fine.
And it's Florida. Are you kidding me? They got bath salts on the fucking highway. Like the place where like motherfuckers go to OD. Like other states send their addicts to Florida to go OD. Like, yeah, there's plenty of, you can do whatever there.
I mean, honestly, I don't care where it is. I think Vegas was a great setup. To me, Houston was a great setup.
Yeah, it was.
As my first one, Vegas is an upgrade. This is Vegas 2.0. I don't care if it's in fucking Minneapolis.
Yeah, you do.
No.
Yeah, you do. You don't want to be in Minneapolis. They'll George Floyd the shit out your ass. You don't want to be.
Okay, Montana, Wisconsin. I don't care. There's plenty of white people. Anyway,
it's cold up there. Why are you picking northern places where in October, November it's cold? You might want to think a little bit more southern. Maybe Tennessee, Memphis. No, they already got Memphis Comedy Festival.
Oh, there is.
Yeah.
Atlanta.
They got festivals, but nobody want to be in Atlanta like that. Nobody's trying to do Atlanta like that.
That could start some shit.
Yeah, nobody's trying
many white people
do Atlanta like that. Nobody.
Yeah, I think Florida makes sense.
Florida's cool. I mean, shit, it'd be real cool. This is just winging it right now. If they could take they take over like a whole block in Houston, right? They took over the whole top floor of a building in Vegas. What if they came to Texas and they took over a small town?
Like what?
Like
Elgin?
Like Alice or Mathis or some small fucking town. Now, the only thing about that is that there's nothing else besides the festival there.
Yeah, you need some kind of infrastructure at least.
So, well, I mean, they're towns. They can do things. But it's just like, all they have is Whataburger. There's not. No. So never mind. That's a terrible idea.
Well, you
I'd like to redact that from the record. But but just the thought of just a Skankfest town. They just take over Wichita Falls and fucking, but they don't have not casinos, hotel infrastructure, stuff like that, amenities.
Yeah, you need all
right. So that would not
Nashville,
be a good idea.
Maybe.
I'll tell you what.
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
So you have a crowd of Adam Luckies?
Adam Lucky and Chris Reese is just
bunch of yuck mouth motherfuckers staring at you and shit, talking about not my cornbread. I'll give you an answer on the next episode.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap it up then. This has been our Skankfest recap. Follow Aaron Cheatham _
Aaron Cheatham on everything. IG, TikTok, YouTube, everything is _ Aaron Cheatham. Go check out the special Family Man. We still up there doing things. I'm trying to get a t-shirt, y'all.
What would it say? Dip or?
No. I was told that if we get to 50,000, I get a t-shirt that says Mr. 50K. So I'm trying to get that t-shirt, y'all. So if you Hey, watch. If you already watched, tell somebody else to watch. I'm just trying to get this T-shirt right now, man. We 10,000 away. We stalled out over the summer, but help me get this Mr. 50K T-shirt.
40,788.
I mean, it's still moving. It's just moving very slow now. It's still moving.
Let me add one.
It's funny how shit works, how the universe works, right?
All right.
I need 7 more seconds. I needed 7 more seconds.
I was wondering if it counted.
Where are you at? 8 seconds in?
I'm 6 seconds in.
Yeah, I need at least 15. Goddamn, I need 15. My parents break up.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's gone.
Bitch.
I don't know if I'm a comedian.
You ain't.
My parents don't get divorced.
All right, that's it. You get 16 seconds.
There we go.
It's a preview.
Hey.
Go watch it. Family Man. Type in Aaron Cheatham on YouTube. You'll find it. Follow the FeedBak as always. Follow Record Play Live.
I can't wait for you to tell me if it's that special or not.
Really? Do you want to?
No. That was just and let it go.
Okay. Yeah. We're teasing.
It's called an Easter egg, son. Let it roll.
Yes. Is it that special or not? I don't know. I have to watch it again. I'll give you another 15 seconds.
You haven't hooked me yet, so it must not be that special.
Did I put my thumbs up? Oh, yeah, it's still there. All right. Follow the FeedBak. Follow Record Play Live. Follow Aaron Cheatham. Go see him wherever he's at. Come see me wherever I'm at. Support you comedy, like we said. Skankfest was Austin heavy, so a lot of these people either live here or going to come through here. They have to come through here now. So every time I said I was from Austin, people were like, "Oh wow, yeah, how is it down there?"
Legitimately, people like a lot of the other comedians that I talk to, like either have been here recently or they're like, "Oh, I'm coming through soon."
Yes.
So, if you're an Austin listener, like, just understand all these people we're talking about, like making these memories with at Skankfest. Those memories don't stay there because them niggas coming through here, and we get to make more memories, and hopefully you guys get to be a part of that when they come into town. Like that Skankfest is a great introduction to these people. So people like Back and myself can come back here and tell you guys about them. And then when you see the name on a marquee, you go, "Oh yeah, shit. That fucking useless pillar in the African told me to go watch this guy."
Oh, I think you're owning it now.
No, it's just hilarious. I'm really good at this. Anyways, continue with your closing statements.
No, this is perfect. Useless pillar, African, French
African,
French African, useless pillar. Signing out. We'll talk to you next time. Ciao, ciao.